evening. Welcome back. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another beautiful evening, another episode of Baggage Claim with Jas and Charles, the only show where we teach you how to claim the bag, secure the bag, and most importantly, protect
Protect
the
the
bag.
bag.
I'm Charles.
I'm Jas, and we are here today at the Henderson Financial Group. We are cousins and co-workers, and we are here today with another wonderful, wonderful episode for you guys. And also, it is Valentine's Day.
Absolutely. If you guys are tuned in right now, you are a real one and you clearly care about your
Thank
finances.
you.
You know what? You get bonus points if you guys are watching as a couple.
Yeah. Yeah. If y'all are together getting your finances together, A plus.
Oh man, you know what they always
It's a
say?
beautiful
A
thing.
couple that watches baggage claim together stays together.
Couple that watches baggage claim together stays together. You know why?
Why is
Because
that?
one is not stressing the other out about the finances. They're both financially savvy and they know what's going on. One is saving, so is the other. You know, it's not like a spender and a saver. They're just they're watching baggage claim and getting better together.
You know what? Since you touched on that, it's funny. Most marriages actually end because of money problems.
Yeah.
If you have two people together who really, really care about their finances and take it serious, man, that's a force. That's a force.
Yes, but even if one of them doesn't care so much, you know,
Oh,
as long as you're not a problem, because I don't want it to seem like, you know, to be a successful couple, two people need it both
No,
of them love
absolutely.
finance. You know, one person can and the other person, can, you know, worry about other stuff. But as long as you guys are working together as a team, you know, and you have a common goal, we don't have like one partner like, yes, I'm saving up for the year, and the other one like, let's make it rain in the club tonight.
No, we're a little off topic, but
Yeah.
let me ask you this.
It's a love day.
Would you want your partner to be as conscious of the finances as you are?
Yeah, no, for sure. Someone like me, for sure. Well, even if he's not and I'm the financial person, just as long as you are not making moves that's like throwing us off the path that I'm laying out for us, you know.
Okay, so you could drive it forward, but he got to be on board.
Yeah, don't be a burden. That's all. Just don't be a burden.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, happy Valentine's,
Happy
Mrs. Redhead.
Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's, Ms. Brown.
Hi, happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for watching.
Absolutely. We're coming to you guys with a very special episode today. We're talking about the solo 401k. I know you had a intro to that.
Yes, if you are a home-based business, if you are an independent contractor, even if you have a regular job but you got your side hustle and it's a registered business, this is for you. This is the retirement account for you. There's so many reasons why, but first of all, the main reason is because you are the boss in every sense of the word. This means you're an entrepreneur, even if you're just an entrepreneur on the side, and so you definitely want to handle your retirement account early. This is for you, even if you know someone, if your kids or your spouse or whoever, this is for them. So share, please. And since it's going to be such a good episode, I'm going to give the phone number first.
Okay.
You're going to want to call us after you hear some of this stuff. It's 305-825-1444.
Once again, 305-825-1444.
Yes.
They're going to have the jingle down.
Yeah.
All right, so we usually start off with a current event.
Yes.
You know, last week we talked about GameStop, AMC, the stock market. Today we got something special and something that I feel like applies to everybody in Florida, no matter your age. Recently, the Senate passed a bill to end the pension plan for the FRS. If you don't know what that is, don't know what that means, that is the Florida retirement system. So if you have your retirement plan with the FRS, and that means you are state sponsored. So that could be firefighters, police officers, teachers. Plenty of people have retirement accounts with the FRS. Well, right now, 74% of employees in the FRS take the pension option. The other 26% choose the 401k option. In 2022, the Senate is trying to get rid of the pension option. So with the pension, once you retire, you just get a stream of money. Your job is paying for it. The Florida system is paying for it every single month. You're safe. You're covered. You just getting that stream of income in. They're trying to get rid of that.
They're trying to get
They
rid of
are
that.
trying to get rid of it.
That is very telling of the times, if you think about it. It's interesting because with the pension option, as well as them just like paying you your salary, a very high percentage of your salary for the rest of your days.
Rest of your
If something
days.
were to happen to you, they would pay your spouse that same salary for the rest of their days. And so if you think about it, oh snap, that's a lot of money for these, for these
Especially
jobs.
with modern medicine, people
Yes,
living longer and longer.
that's true.
That's a long time to
With
pay a
people
lot of money.
I guess they didn't plan this when people were living long, you know, they just expected
Nah,
it wouldn't be forever, but now people are living to 100 plus, and then their spouses living for 100 plus. That's a lot of money. So now they are taking off the training wheels, and they're saying like, y'all got it.
absolutely. You know, if you think about it, back then we were working in factories, things of that nature when this really got started.
Those industrial
So people
jobs.
weren't living as long. Medicine wasn't as great. There were alcohol and cigarette advertisements on TV 24/7.
That's so true.
We changed that. People are
Yeah.
conscious. You want to eat well, you know, take care of your health. And they figured, you know what? We can't keep doing this.
Yeah, it wasn't practical.
It wasn't.
It was nice because, you know, everyone who had the pension plan, clearly they worked for it. They earned it. It's not something that was just being tossed out. You worked for years for it. So it was definitely a good thing, but it's just not practical. You can't pay for every employee and
No.
every employee's spouse until they die forever and ever. And so, yeah, that's ending. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I said, it's for the times, and we are headed in a more entrepreneurial sense of the world. You know, like
Absolutely.
we are heading into like bosshood.
Absolutely. You know, and I feel like it doesn't just apply to, you know, Florida. The U.S., they got the Social Security system that's planning on ending. Like you said, we're trending towards entrepreneurial, taking care of ourselves. And you know, my favorite word, decentralization. I'm constantly harping
Every
on
day.
that every day. Decentralization. I really feel like we're trending towards that. That
Absolutely.
is, you know, not just having a central figure make all of your decisions and keep you, you know, from information. Now we have the internet. Everyone is making decisions on their own. They got the knowledge. This falls right in line with it, as well as a solo 401k.
Yes, it does. The power really is with the people right now. If
Absolutely.
you think about it, in the past, you know, people haven't had information just at their fingertips, and now you can literally learn anything you want to learn.
I promise.
Anything. You can Google it. There's think pieces on it. There's
YouTube
videos on
University.
it. There's step-by-step tutorials on it. If I wanted to learn Chinese or Mandarin, I'm sorry. If I wanted to learn Mandarin,
Ni hao.
I totally could. Ni hao. I
You got it.
totally could. I could just get on the internet and learn it all. And so that right there that's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
We're powerful now.
And you know what? I think our generation represents that. We embody that. But there will always be exceptions to the rule. Even though that's what most of us are on, some people are not on the same tip. To those people, I would say you have to get with the times, because that's kind of what we're trending towards, whether you like it or not. You know, we aren't going to be taken care of as much in terms of our retirement. We're going to have to make these decisions. It's, you know, it's not an option that they're taking the training wheels off. It's going to happen regardless. So you need to know about your own finances, your own retirement. You need to
Yeah.
know what's going on.
Absolutely. It's not a time to not know. And the worst thing you could do right now is, oh, they're taking the training wheels off. I'm stressed. I don't know. I just don't know.
Ah, what's going to happen?
I just don't know. Get to Googling, because you can figure out anything. Like you said, if you wanted to go and learn how to take care of your own retirement account, you could literally just get on Google and do that.
Absolutely.
So this is for you if you have a home-based business and you are running things, you're on Instagram packing orders, you are your own boss. You know, in the pandemic, there were, what was it,
805.
805,000 new businesses created. That's amazing. That's very telling. In the middle of a pandemic, people are furloughed, people are laid off, people are unsure. But one thing that people know is that they want to be their own boss. And if COVID has showed us anything, it's that you can run a business from practically anywhere. The resources are at your fingertips, and you are in control now.
Man, absolutely. I do this every episode, but this right here is everything that you need. Everything is on it. How many people do you know run businesses from Instagram, Shopify, Etsy, Wayfair, all of those, right?
I know so many people with
So
side
many.
businesses. I know people who are running their businesses and it's literally like feeding them
Mm-hmm.
every day. It's their whole job. And then I know people who have jobs and they're running their businesses on the side and they're getting that double hustle and they're like getting that passive income, or it's honestly like it is taking back the control, if you think about it, because even if you have this regular job, or this job where they're giving you the pension option or the retirement account option or whatever, the fact that you can still get a solo 401k with that side business, that's 2 retirement accounts, and that is 2 contribution limits, and it's a beautiful thing.
Man, absolutely. And I'm glad you said that, because that brings me back to my favorite word, decentralization.
Yes.
Decentralization.
Yeah.
I'm going to touch on that. But like you said, I actually know a young woman. She came to us from watching the show. And she got laid off early in the pandemic. And so she figured, you know what? Let me just try this. She likes press-on nails. And so she just started selling it.
Good for her.
Lo and behold, now she's making a few thousand every month.
Wow.
She's like, I didn't expect this. So she came to us like, okay, what should I do? She didn't expect it. She's a business owner. Now she wants to get educated. So she Googled stuff, but she knew that, knowledge without the experience, it's not always the best. So she came to us. I told her about the solo 401k.
That's awesome.
That is perfect for her because she's a business owner. That's someone taking their destiny in their own control. I feel like that's exactly for them.
Yeah, she's not leaving it to the man to take care of her.
No.
She is taking the necessary steps.
Mhm.
She's on the internet watching
Absolutely.
baggage claim, getting her knowledge up, and deciding that she needs to take some steps towards her retirement. That's a beautiful thing. And there are so many people like that. I'm sure we all know so many people with those home-based businesses. You see, she said there's a need for press-on nails. I'm going to sell them. I'm going to make my money.
Feel that demand.
Yeah, she's feeling that demand. That's amazing. And it's like that for so many industries. Like there's people selling things on Instagram. Everything. It's
Absolutely.
a whole marketplace at this point. You can buy anything.
That's why I love the internet so much, because like you said, you could do whatever you want with it. The way that I see it, it's like, okay, how things used to be without the internet. It's like your parent or an adult, if you're a kid, they control the cookie jar and they get to decide, all right, you get a cookie, you get a cookie. Now we're all adults.
Yeah.
Go get one. Go do what you want to do. You can control it yourself. You get that?
Yeah. I'm laughing because it's like, yeah, now you're adults. You can eat all the cookies you want, and then you have to work out. And then,
That's the imagery I get.
Yeah, because it's with that comes responsibility. So you need to know how many cookies to eat, but
Absolutely.
or not to eat. But yeah, that is exactly what it is. You're
Definitely.
in control. You have the power. And so with this solo 401k, they don't really tell you about it. It's not something, that's just advertised. There's no commercials for the solo 401k. They're not saying if you're a business owner, this is for you. But it is for you. I can't think of a better retirement account for someone with a home-based business.
Absolutely. Most people, they hear about, okay, you got the IRA, the Roth IRA. You may even hear about a SEP plan if you're a business owner, but I really feel like the solo 401k is better because business owners, they take control. In the solo 401k, you can make all of the decisions on your own. My favorite aspect is you can literally put whatever you want in the solo 401k. So I don't know if people know this, but with the 401k, the IRA, you're limited with what you could put in. You can put your money in and you can buy ETFs, mutual funds. You could get the slow movers. But with the solo 401k, you can have cryptocurrency, you could get real estate, you could be a hard money lender. It's so many options, and you get to decide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're able to have individual stocks in your solo 401k. You're allowed to literally sit there and trade it yourself if you want, or you can call your financial advisor here at the Henderson Financial Group and tell them the direction you want your account to go in and how aggressive you want to be. You are the boss. You are the HR department. You make all the decisions. With those other retirement accounts on your job, we spoke about in previous baggage claim episodes, you would have to ask for the little handout and say, like, what are my options here? And they'll give you a list of options, and some of those options are better than others, but nothing is better than deciding what you want for you and being able to make those moves.
Who wants to ask someone, can you please run my account like this? Can you please? You don't even know the people running your account. It's not your job. They have you with the custodian. That's a whole separate company, and they don't know you. You're not the individual.
A number.
They loop your money money in with everyone else at your job, and then they make decisions for the whole. Well, with the solo 401k, you can make those decisions yourselves. You can get with the realtor, a financial advisor, like you said, shameless plug, us at the Henderson Financial Group. We have many solo 401ks, and we help clients with it. Give us a call at 305-825-1444. But we can help walk you through how to tailor your solo 401k, whether you want crypto, real estate, whatever you want to put in. It's really in your hands, and there's education with it too,
I feel like we're talking about the solo 401k, but have we really clearly defined what is the solo 401k? It's literally a 401k for you. You are the employee because you're packing the orders. You're there driving to the store, shipping them off, whatever, making the stuff, if you're making bracelets or whatever. And you are also the employer. You're on both sides. You now get to contribute to this retirement account. With other jobs, there are contribution limits, and you're hoping that your employer matches you with, a high percentage. But here, you are the employee and the employer, and you get to match yourself as high as you want.
Break it down.
You get up to what is like $37,000 for the year. You can put in as an employer, and then like $19,500 as an employee, and both of those are tax deductible for your business.
Absolutely.
That is amazing.
First of all, I got to give you credit. That's very good memory. It is 19.5. If you guys remember from last episode, 403B, 457, all of that, the most you can contribute is $19,500. Or with the solo 401k, like Jas said, you can contribute as the employee and the employer, and you can put your spouse on it as well.
Wow.
Right? So with the solo 401k, it's for people who are business owners and don't have employees.
So it's just you.
Just you,
like most
and
of us
possibly a business partner. You can have your business partners on your solo 401k or separate. You can have your spouse on your solo 401k, or you can give them one as well off of this one business that has no employees, only, possibly independent contractors.
Wow.
I think that is beautiful.
That sounds like the cheat code.
It is a cheat code.
Like a cheat code right there. The fact that you can contribute from both sides, and it's really just you. Like, what's the example you said? Like putting your hat on.
Oh, both hats. Yeah. It's
Getting
like going to get
double
a free sample. You get the free sample. You got this hat on. You take it off. Get the other one.
Yeah. And
because
it's all
you get
legal.
the double dip.
Yeah, you get the double dip, and there's no shame in it. It's not like you again. There you go. You're allowed to do this. And okay, so what other benefits that like stick out about the 401k?
Okay, so
the solo 401k. I'm sorry.
One thing that stands out to me, other than the control, you put your own money in, higher contribution limits. Well, with that, there's also what's called catch-up contribution.
Ah.
That's my favorite thing, because it's like, all right, if you're young as a business owner, you're always facing, okay, do I want to invest for now, put that money right back in my business, or do I want to put it in a retirement account? With the solo 401k, you can actually, after age 50, put in extra money. So let's say you put in $19,500 as an employee all the way up to age 49. Once you hit 50, you can put in an extra $6,500.
Wow.
Extra $6,500 and dump that money in.
And that's tax deductible.
That's catch up right there. Wow. And it's tax deductible.
That is amazing.
I think that's beautiful.
That doesn't come with the IRA?
You get it, but with the IRA, you can only put $1,000 extra. So with their contribution limits, you put in $6,000 every year. After age 50, you only get an extra $1,000.
Wow! And with the solo 401k, after age 50, you get an extra $6,500.
Absolutely.
Wow. All I can say is wow. It just doesn't get any better.
Definitely. And one thing that people don't often think about with the solo 401k. All right, so strategy. We're going with strategy, right?
Oh.
You actually don't have to decide between now or later if you follow. Usually with the retirement account, people are thinking like, okay, I can't touch this money until age 59 and a half, or I'll be penalized. I actually don't want to put most of my money into this retirement account and just save it for the future. I want to use it now. With the solo 401k, you can actually kind of eat your cake, have your cake and eat it too. Because, let's say, you want to invest in yourself. You got a rental property. You like this. You're like, all right, I want to buy this, but I don't want to be taxed on it. I don't want to have to come out of my own pocket. You can actually buy it using your retirement account. So using your solo 401k, it'll buy the property for you. That way, no taxes paid.
That's amazing.
And you still get that income coming in every single month.
Wow. And it's taxed like it's a retirement account because
Absolutely.
it is a retirement account. That is a beautiful thing right there.
Definitely. You know,
Yes.
that's one of the things people don't often think about too much, having that access now.
Oh, speaking of access, if you are an employee and you have a 401k with your job and you have an emergency, you're allowed to take some money out. But you have to write a letter to your HR department. It has to be approved. You have to explain yourself why you need your own money. You have to explain to them. And when you are your own boss and you're an entrepreneur and you got your solo 401k because you're on it, you are your own boss. You're your own HR department as well. You don't have to write any letters explaining why you need your money. You can take your money.
Absolutely.
That's
you know,
beautiful.
You don't have to ask. It's imagine, you know, having to ask for your money out the bank every time you want to take something out. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. My ego is not it's not sitting right with my ego.
Nah, I don't like that. You know, with
Nah.
the solo 401k, you can borrow out, like she said, up to 50,000 or 50%, whichever is lesser. But you don't have to pay it back for a whole 5 years. So if you really think about it, with the 401k, you know, you can borrow money out, but you have to ask for it. You got to take hardship withdrawal, be your first property, student loans, whatever. And you're going to pay interest on your money. You're being charged to borrow your own money out. With the solo 401k, you're on your own schedule. You can literally take money out, spend it, and put it back 5 years later.
That is amazing.
That is amazing.
I keep saying, wow, that is amazing. But it is. And I can't think of any other retirement account that allows you to do this. There's no other retirement account that's this flexible and catered to the entrepreneur. It's really perfect for the times. Speaking of the times, things definitely change with time. When the IRA first came out, the contribution limit was, what was it, like $1,500? It was like $1,500, the contribution limit. Now they're up to like $6,000. And the IRA came out and was like 75. It was 70 something.
It was a long time ago. I know that.
But it wasn't that long ago. And they 100% have changed it with time to the point where you're now allowed to put more and more. And so I'm only imagining that with these retirement accounts like solo 401ks, the benefits will just increase. Because as we're moving away from the government taking care of us, they're going to have to throw us some little bones here and there. And so you're able to have more freedom, and we'll be able to put more money into these accounts. And when you're starting early, if any of these policies have changed, like with the pension, how they changed it on you, if you already have it, you're grandfathered in, so they can't take it away from you. So my point is, get on it all early.
Absolutely. Get on it early.
Yeah.
And especially with the solo 401k, because you have access to it. So personally, I don't like putting too much money in retirement accounts unless it's the solo 401k, you know, because I want to be able to use my money, have it now. With this, you're getting those deductions, you're getting all of that, and you get to access your money now. You can borrow it out at any time that you want.
Yeah, that's the plus.
It is definitely the plus.
I think it's the access. And because you have the access, you're right. You don't have to decide like, oh, where do I want to put this money? It's kind of the same thing as the good program when we were talking about, when you're able to do two things with your money at once. That's the key right there.
Absolutely.
When you're able to use your money and not just have it, sitting somewhere and you're not able to do anything with it, that is the key, because that's how you're going to skip the line, get ahead,
Definitely. So one thing that we talked about, I think it was the first or second episode, right? And I think it's relevant here. How entrepreneurs and owners get most of the tax benefits and they get the best products.
Yeah, we talked about it in the real estate episode.
Absolutely. Why do you think most people haven't heard about the solo 401k?
I think, oh gosh, I was going to be like, they don't want you to know about the solo 401k. I think people just aren't talking about it. Sometimes if you don't know what to look for, you don't know what to look. Like if you think about the retirement accounts in general, most people, what comes to your head is an IRA or a 401k, but you don't know that there are more advanced products out there until you hear someone. So now if you've heard it or you can tell someone, then you can go do further research.
Okay, I think that's fair. It's weird because there are so many entrepreneurs being created. Like we said, 800,000, something like that. You could go back and listen. Yet not too many people know about the solo 401k. They'll ask about a self-directed IRA before they hear about a solo 401k. If you don't know the difference, a self-directed IRA it's just like a regular IRA. It has a lot of the same restrictions. Thank you. That was a good one. I was going to say inhibitions. A lot of the same restrictions as a regular IRA, but they don't tell you about the solo 401k because with the self-directed IRA, you still kind of have someone managing your account for you. That is the thing with the solo 401k. You don't need to have someone manage your account. And so with that, there's no fees.
Tell you. See, I'm right.
There's no fees.
They don't want you to know because they want your money. There
Absolutely.
You go. It makes sense. Then why would they cut their own jobs out?
It does.
It's like when you have that job and they're like, all right, today we're going to have the people come talk to you guys about your retirement accounts. And then you've got that fear in you like, oh, I don't know much about it, but this person knows, so I'm going to listen to them. But if it's in their best interest to keep you in the blind, then they're going to keep you in the blind.
Definitely.
But to be the shameless plug, again, here at the Henderson Financial Group, we're all about financial literacy and educating our clients to where they feel like they're a part of the decision. And we're not just talking to you, telling you what's best for you. It's a conversation. You're understanding every part of it. And then you are further making enlightened decisions.
Absolutely. I feel like we touched on the solo 401k, just about all of the benefits. I could go hours on it.
Yes, you can.
I love it.
Charles loves this stuff.
One other thing that we didn't mention. All right, so entrepreneurship. It's there's not too many downsides to it these days because of things like the solo 401k. The reason I say that, if you're an entrepreneur, you're risking a lot. You're risking your own money. And usually, people can go get your assets if you go bankrupt. Everything crashes. With the solo 401k, you can literally put most of your assets in the solo 401k. You can start a business, borrow money out of the solo, whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. If you go bankrupt, if things crash, if you're one of those serial entrepreneurs, someone who's always starting a business, creditors cannot access your solo 401k. Your assets are safe. They cannot touch it. So only thing they can access is whatever you have in your own name. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
It is. It is a little loophole. It was really like Ozarky or something like, they can't touch it.
I never saw Ozark.
You never watched Ozark?
Never.
Okay.
We can talk about that off
air. Put you on later. Yes, it's definitely very tricky, very sneaky, because it's like, you thought you had me, but everything's in my business.
You know what?
You want to protect
I can't even say sneaky. I feel like it's all about strategy.
Yeah, it is strategy. You want to protect yourself. It's not sneaky. It's definitely strategy. And it's good to be strategic.
Absolutely. Okay, well, that was everything for the solo 401k. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, I'm good. Other than if you have any questions, Charles and I are always available. You can call the office at 305. I shouldn't say we're always available. We're not always available, but you should definitely call, and we'll be happy to talk to you at 305-825-1444.
Absolutely. And I want to leave one more thing. Mm-hmm. I won't go too long about it. So it's all about the solo 401k, and then also decentralization. Search that up and understand that everything that you need is on the internet. Anything that you want, it's lowering barriers of entry. Don't think there's nothing that you can or cannot do. You can do it all.
You can do anything.
It's all on you.
I promise. Do anything you want to do. Anything.
Definitely. Okay. Well, happy Valentine's Day again. I hope you guys enjoy. Have a great one.